Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. You're on the dog leg with Dave and Chap.
G'day.
Welcome back to the Dogleg Podcast. In this episode, Chap dies.
Emphysema.
Dave shows his big nuts,
Look at
These
my big
nuts.
nuts!
then sniffs them,
Ooh, they smell nice.
Ooh.
and Chap is either a fireman
Fireman Chap, Fireman Chap.
or a frog.
Yeah. So,
The croak gets beyond a joke.
yeah.
Got a lot of news to talk about. Mainly SVG is confirmed he's moving on to NASCAR. Part-time little situation. He's got to work his way up. It's in the NASCAR trucks, I think.
The trucks, yeah, sorry, trucks.
He's driving
Not
NASCAR trucks.
Yeah.
So he'll be. I guess he'd be doing his oval experience on the trucks, and then I don't know. How's that going to work? Is he going to be with the same team with?
They've already said that he
91.
Yeah, they said that he will be with the same team in
For Indy.
Yeah, for Indy. But yeah, for the trucks. I don't know.
Yeah, so a different team with the trucks, but yeah, so he'd be doing his oval experience with them, I guess. That's Marcus Ambrose started with the trucks, didn't he?
Yeah, that's where you have to start usually. Yeah.
Yeah. So he said that in the press conference where he kind of announced it, Jamie Whincup was up in the air about what they didn't know what he was going to do, but whatever he did, he was going to support. And he said he wasn't going to leave Red Bull. He's not leaving because of the team. He wasn't going to leave Red Bull without a competent driver. So, so we'll maybe soon who's going to be taking that seat for 2024. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that, chap?
Yeah, well, they also said that if he goes, Jess is going to go as well. So they were saying, hopefully that won't cause a mass exodus from Triple Eight. Have we seen the start of the Triple Eight?
The beginning of the end kind of thing?
For Triple Eight. Yeah. So once Roland went, then Jamie went, and now Van's going, and Jess is going to go, and they've already lost a couple of engineers.
It could spell a mass exodus for all of them, really. I mean, you've got Brody Kostecki already. I mean, he's going into this next race at Indy, and then who else after that? Cam Waters is
talked of he's going as well.
Happy with the way things are at Supercars at the moment.
What the fuck is wrong with this sport? They wonder why all their drivers want to fucking leave them.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Time will tell. Yeah, time will tell. So everyone's replaceable.
Yeah. Well, that's right. And look, Red Bull have won a championship since Roland Dane. When did Roland Dane exit?
2 years ago.
So he won last year. So they won a championship last year. Yeah. We were at the Sydney Supernight on the Friday. I was there on the Saturday as well. But Chap and I had some fun times in the pits.
Yeah.
And met a lot of drivers. Some awkward introductions. Hey, running a Supercar meme page and a podcast. Yeah, it's not always the best way to introduce yourself, but some of them are cool. Like Frozen again. Some of them were cool about it. Yep. Some of them were a bit okay. What was your highlights of the Friday?
Oh yeah, definitely the BJR free BJR tour. That was great.
Yeah.
That was getting the up close personal with the cars and
sticking your head inside as well. It was pretty cool.
It was really good. Noticed a couple.
We didn't take any photos.
No, but I noticed a couple of little tweaks here and there, and Mike's like, he's he's like, yeah, that's a BJR thing, that. Yeah, so
yeah,
a couple of little
some innovation.
Pick up a couple of little pickups, but it was good to see. Yeah, just you actually go in past the the roller door and have a good old look around. So that was good, and got to meet all the drivers pretty much. There was a couple that were a bit MIA, and
Brody Kostecki.
Yeah, he was MIA.
Didn't see him anywhere.
I was thinking, would he maybe have COVID? But then, I saw him the next day and he was chatting away. Yeah, so it wasn't a COVID thing. I think he was just a bit under the weather or something. So
I don't know. Well, he won the race on Saturday.
Yeah, so he must have been
Todd Hazelwood was.
Yeah, he was the one that had. Anywhere. Yeah, he had the flu or something like that. So
did he?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I heard that later on. Always like catching up with Todd. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I think my highlight was the Tickford. We went to the merch alley on the Friday, and met the Tickford crew there. They were so awesome. Just mind blowing. That gave us words of encouragement and stuff, and it was pretty cool. And obviously, we met Dave Reynolds and Matt Payne, and he wrote me a nice little love note. Oh God, he's a funny bugger.
Yeah. So them four boys, they're always good for a laugh, and it helps that there's only 10 people in each one of their lines, and you turn around, Red Bull's got at least 60 people lined up, so. Yeah, there's no chance of a g'day from them. So
no. I was really keen to meet Brock Feeney, and we did in the end, and which was cool. And Gizzy come flying around the corner and nearly took this guy out.
Yeah, this old fella. I had no idea.
And then just zoomed into the pits and then zoomed out again. So we never had a chance to. We called out to him a few times, but he did not look like he was in the mood to say g'day to any fans or anything like that. Yep. So
not even a wave or anything.
He's already flying away as we speak,
bro.
Yeah, he's thinking NASCAR already,
bro. You got some chips?
Yeah.
I don't have any chips, bro.
He's just done with it. What Scaife said. What he said, earlier in the year, and I don't know if you saw it, but when Gizzy said in the interviews, they cut back to the Fox Sports crew, and Scaife looked visibly upset, like he was holding back some tears, or he was like holding it together, because he loves Gizzy, and. He was super hard on him, but the last, he's played a hand in pushing him out or making him feel like he's being pushed out. So I noticed he was really trying to hold it together at the end there.
Yeah, right.
So maybe you shouldn't be giving the driver such a hard time.
That's it.
They're under a lot of pressure already. They don't need that shit. I mean, he is a 3-time champion. He doesn't need to be lectured.
It doesn't really matter. Like the fans, they just push the fans away. Oh, the others will come back. They'll keep coming back and forth. The drivers aren't going to do that. Once they're gone, they're gone. No. You know what I mean? They're going to be too. They're not going to want to do it and come back. You think, they'll go now. They'll do a bit of NASCAR and then come back. No, they won't come back. They'll be retired before they come back. So
they'll make too much money. Marcus Ambrose never.
He came back and he did a couple of races,
but
and
not
went,
really.
I'm over it.
Yeah, it's too much.
So they don't do enough racing here, and they do too much over there, and then that's it. That ends up that's the end of their story. Then so.
I think the media here is just ridiculous. Like with what's his name? Big Bad Bazza.
Oh, yeah.
Barry Ryan. I mean, like the guy had his opinion, and they interviewed him straight after. He was definitely running hot, and I mean, he said it like it was, and he let some some F-bombs fly, but you know what? He's not going to do anything now. They'll interview him and he'll just go, no comment.
Yeah.
I mean, what the you got? Okay, nothing against Cam Waters, what he said, but he was letting F-bombs go on the radio in the car. What's the difference? Yeah. Like, why isn't he fined?
They know that it's going to get
not
aired.
that I would like any of them fined.
Yeah.
But that's just shit.
Yeah. They're going to have to... Man, the supercars going to have to pull their heads in there. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Either, giving it back to the... give back... If you're not going to give it back to the fans, give it back to the drivers at least. You know what I mean? You need to...
Yeah.
Cut them a break.
Well, like even in F1, I mean, people like it's the heat of the moment. They let go. Adrenaline's pumping, and they drop the F-bombs and they bleep them out, and it's no big deal. You don't see drivers getting fined in F1 for swearing, and but you don't have a camera in your face for your team owners and principals and stuff. There's not a camera in their face as soon as something controversial goes down, like it did on the Saturday night. So getting into that, what's your take on the penalty for Gizzy pushing Will Brown?
Oh, right. Okay. I was thinking of the other incident in the pit.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. You look at it one way and you just think to yourself, bump and run. Yep. But then you think the other way, and then sorry. I can see both sides of the story. So, but
yeah. Well, that's right. The one thing I've got. Okay, so from Erebus's point of view, he's bumping them, and he's done it before, and he does it. We know he does it. It hasn't been really addressed too much before, but he was bumping into that corner, and Will Brown was tapping his brake lights. You could see him flashing on the front of the car, and then immediately, as soon as he pulled alongside, Will Brown says, "Oh, I'm just going to let him go." I mean, he's given up the position there.
Yeah.
He hasn't bumped him out of position and gained a position. Will Brown's given it up. So it wasn't until the commentators said you can't just expect the teachers to come down on it. The hierarchy to come down on Gizzy. You can't just expect that. You know what I mean? Like they might not have done anything, and then where would you have been? Oh man! Bit too some smoke inhalation today, fireman chap.
I don't know what it is. I was all right half an hour ago. No inhalation. That's probably what it is.
But the other thing is it's not just SVG. There's a bunch of them doing it. Like they were saying, Andre was saying about Chaz moving people aside, and he gets away with it, and so they're focusing on one guy.
If it's on TV, you'll get done. It's like in the pits, they miss some things in the pits, and it's okay. But it's only what you see in the pits.
And then they're not giving us all the angles either.
No, that's right.
They're not giving us in-car cams, which they should. So we can make our an educated kind of analysis, if that's the right word. You didn't see anything. And moving on to Cam Waters, they're saying about Brock Feeney jumping on the brakes to avoid him.
Doing an amazing job. Doing an amazing job to brake, jump on the brakes and prevent an accident. And he shouldn't have had to have done that. But I'm pretty sure
there might have been a tap. There wasn't much.
Yeah, I don't even think there was contact. There was no contact.
They said, the data that they gave Supercars was enough to give the penalty, but we didn't see. We only saw one angle. There was only one angle, and it's really hard to form an opinion of who is actually completely wrong.
Because when he was taken off, you couldn't even see Brock Feeney. You know, he was off. It wasn't until the cameras, he started driving
off.
It
looked like a tap, and it was nothing. It was nothing to what we've seen.
And I'm pretty sure there was an incident where the Shell team were in the number 1 garage, and Red Bull were in the number 2 garage. You know when Shell had won, and the same thing happened, and there was no penalty because there was no contact. So, I think McLaughlin had to brake so Van could take off, but there was no contact, and but then they bring out this rule, but he was impeded. He shouldn't be impeded, but I'm pretty sure it happened. But there was no penalty because there was no contact. We're not going to penalise someone if there was no accident. You know what I mean? But now that it's the shoes on the other foot, it's like, yeah, but he impeded us, and you're not allowed to impede people as they come into pit. But anyway,
that's
the way their rulings.
It seemed extreme for. That seemed extreme for what If there wasn't any impeding, it was very minimal. I mean, it looked like tap on the brakes. Why not show us from a different angle
the brake
so
lights,
we could get a better opinion of it?
We could see the reflection of Will Brown's brake lights on the bonnet of SVG. Look at these brake lights. Look how long they're on. Once you get hit up the back, you need to tap the brakes to get it back under control again. You know what I mean? So to re-steady the car.
Yeah.
So.
But then again, is it a case of he's leaning on him, which they do?
Mm-hmm.
Rubbing is racing. That's what we want to keep. That shit. We don't want a non-contact sport. So it's getting to the point of what? So people can be scared to pass and touch as they go through. To have a clean pass is, how often is that opportunity going to come up?
Yeah.
To have a clean pass in this sport.
So it's like the football. They're taking away all the, I can see why. The football's a bit different, They're taking away all the big hits. Not allowed to use your shoulder and not, but...
Yeah.
It's like taking all the bumping out of the racing.
Yeah, well, at least with the footy,
imagine the NRL went to touch football, Well,
that's what it's going to be like. Supercars touch.
So, that's it. Touch and go. It won't be a bump and go. It'll be a touch and go.
It's touch and go right now.
Yeah, that's it for the whole sport. Yeah.
Right. And they need to listen to their fans.
Yeah,
it's fans are crying out. It's not right. And we're going to lose people, and that's just going to lessen the sport. It's going to hurt the sport. So, what you're doing is not working. So the other thing on the Friday was we were waiting for Garth Tander.
Oh yeah. Well,
he was talking. He was talking to Andrew Van Leeuwen, who was is a motorsports journalist, and I messaged him later that night and said, "Oh, we were waiting to talk to you guys," and it looked like a serious conversation, so we left it. And he said, "Yeah, it was a serious conversation. They're talking about Percat is out, and so is Scott Pye, and a possible switch for Dave Reynolds to Team 18."
Yeah, right.
So which I did.
Team 18.
I was thinking, Dave Reynolds he's right in with Ryan Walkinshaw. Maybe he'll take Percat's spot, but So they were talking about Fabian Coulthard possibly coming back.
Yeah, I did hear that too.
As a second driver. Yeah. But now they're talking about a Super 2 driver. Is it Good?
Close. It's Ryan Wood. You dumbass.
It's all right. The voiceover guy will correct us anyway. So.
Yeah, cool.
But so that was what was going on there, and that's why that conversation wasn't ending and we weren't getting anywhere. So
we met Brock Feeney while we were waiting for that.
Yeah, Yeah, that was awesome. And
he was really good to
recognised
talk
me
to.
somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Friday with all the schools on the Friday.
Yeah.
So that's
I've never
really
seen
cool.
that before.
Yeah,
Schools. You see it in the zoo all the time. But
right.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Well, they were kind of annoying there too, but but it's cool. It's cool that they're taking an interest. It's good for the sport. So, yeah. Just on the Saturday, just want to say, as far as the Sydney Supernight went, I mean, the racing was fantastic. I watched pretty much all of the racing, even Renee Gracie. I was pretty impressed with her performance. She did quite well. The GTs were really cool to watch. The Super Utes and missed out on Adam Marjoram again. Called in there twice and couldn't find him. The Marge Army was they must have whisked him away somewhere. But he has said that he's going to come on the podcast. So I have been talking to him, and he's a cool dude. Shout out to Adam. Yeah. But as far as the event went on the Saturday, there wasn't enough. There wasn't enough portaloos for one. There wasn't enough, places to get food. The lineups were just ridiculous. And as everyone probably knows, the vending machine, stole my $20.
There's no boost burgers.
Yeah. So, but highlights were I met Michael Massey. I don't know if you know who Michael Massey is.
Formula One.
He was the F1 director, part of the big controversy of 2021. The some say gifted a championship to Max Verstappen, but someone said, when you see him, say, because Toto from the Mercedes principal said to him over the radio,
Controversy is ending with controversy.
No, Mike, that was so not right.
Here comes Lewis Hamilton, though.
Go ahead, Toto. You need to reinstate the lap before. That's not right.
Toto?
Yes.
It's called a motor race, okay?
Sorry?
We went to car racing.
So someone told me to say that to him, and I met him. He's such a nice guy. There's no way he could do anything like that. The poor guy's had death threats and all sorts since that, from the crazy fans against his kids and all sorts. So, but he is the most nicest guy, genuine guy that you could ever meet. And I'm glad he's back in Australia with Supercars because,
So he's Supercars linked.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
right.
He's not a race director or anything. So, but he's. I'm not sure what his position is with Supercars, but glad to have him over here and away from all that shit. So. Yeah, even though we've got a lot of shit going on with this sport, at least they're not giving death threats to to the people calling the shots. So there's definitely some improvements that could be made for the event, and probably, as the drivers and everyone's been talking about, another super night. I mean, they've got the lights there. Why not use them?
Yeah.
The Friday was a bit strange that we didn't at least have a practice session to watch.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of there twiddling their thumbs. They've got nothing to do.
It was good for us. They were all available.
It was good, yeah.
But then again, we want to see the cars. Like I've seen them a few times already, and for you.
I hadn't seen them till the Saturday.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Apart from Cam running around,
and then when they started to do a couple of the driver. With the pairing, the hot laps with the passenger drive.
Yeah.
It was Murphy and his dad and son. Did you see that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we
No, I
saw.
didn't see that.
They the son went out with Greg in the passenger side, and then they got back to the pits, and then they got in the Coke Commodore, and then Murphy had the son in the passenger side, and it was.
That was on the Friday, was it?
It was filmed on the Friday, but they showed you on the Saturday. So I'm thinking, right, we
So
saw that.
We were watching the Murphys.
Then we were watching the Murphys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so, and there was one other guy in the Tickford team. I forget why they took him for a drive. He might have been an AFL player or something, but those passenger drives. Yeah, so they were actually for something. Yeah, they weren't just taking everyday Joes around. They were filming and that sort of thing. So we're getting into the race.
So we'll get into the practices. So practice one. What was your take, chap?
Van on top. So but then then we had LeBrock in there. So
he's doing really
well. He is, isn't he? Yeah, all of a sudden, boom, here I am. So
those cars look amazing. The Truck Assist MSR cars,
orange and black,
awesome on track. Yeah.
Bit of white, and then we had Brody and Brown followed by Chaz. That was just in the first practice session. So the Shell teams were, I think power steering. They were having steering dramas, and Anton got 8 laps, and Will got 3 laps completed.
Yeah, okay.
And just Brody alone did 15 laps.
Emphysema.
So, falling over again. Practice. Oh, man.
Is that a hard solo?
No. That's probably why.
You probably need a hard one.
Yeah. So the Shell teams, weren't off to a good start, but come good practice too. So
they came good practice too, did they?
Yeah. So they were better than.
I wouldn't know because you couldn't tell what the hell was going on track. You couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. So,
Caramba.
Oh man.
So practice 2, Gizzy was on top again.
Yep. And
because he changed his they got a different chassis this time.
Yeah, right.
They took the other one out and they used the wildcard chassis to see how he go, and obviously the problem they had with the steering issues is gone. So
and then they're going to swap him back the drive day on the Monday.
They did.
Yeah, so LeBrock was up there in practice 2 as well. So he's found some good form at the moment.
I'm liking LeBrock.
He's the Chevy flavour of the month.
Yeah. It's good to see MSR up there though. What a turnaround from last year. They were mid to rear of the pack. So it's good to see. All right, moving on to quali.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Scaife with his massive news. That's massive news. Van Gisbergen qualifies 20th. Tops the first 2 practice sessions and then qualifies 20th. So
and Feeney was back as well, wasn't he?
Right. When the croak gets beyond the joke.
When the croak gets beyond a joke.
You just do more talking.
So Andre got pole.
Yes, at the
Andre
end.
got pole, and you can fill in the blanks.
Brady and Cam. And then Brown.
Will Brown was up there too.
Yeah. Forward. Golding.
Yeah.
So.
Then we had the race where Andre went backwards. Didn't convert.
Yeah, I think a few of them went backwards.
Yeah, and the Coke boys run away with it at the start. Brody just took off.
Yeah, so with the Hazelwood, he was the first. Got a penalty for. They said the car was on the ground when the fuel was still connected. I watched it again and again and again, as I do.
Yeah.
The guys disconnected it. They've dropped the car, and it's like it's dragged him back into it again. Like it wasn't connected. So I don't know. It was still in the vicinity of the, but it wasn't connected when it was on the ground. But yeah.
So is it a bit of a dodgy penalty?
Yeah, I think so. But...
Yeah. We've gone over the Cam penalty and we've gone over the SVG penalty. So the Todd Hazelwood penalties, it's new to me. I haven't actually had a chance to catch up on all that stuff. So, I know Andre dropped to 14th after that, which is that's a big deficit, isn't it, off pole?
Oh man!
Anything else on the Saturday night you want to add, or
nothing else to add?
Quali for race 19. So we had Gizzy storming back, taking pole and doing his talking on the track.
Yeah.
As he likes to put it. We had Heimgartner, Feeney, and Fullwood. Fullwood's another one. Fullwood and Jack LeBrock, doing an awesome job. Obviously, and Heimgartner also. But yeah, they're really, really punching above their weight this season, which is good to see. If we had like Mike was saying from BJR, if we had the sporting parity, they've got, like the technical parity he was talking about. If they had more of the sporting parity, we have got more diversity, like in the top 10, and people punching at the front than we've had in years. So I mean, the last few years has been dominated by Gizzy, but with the occasional wins, here and there. I mean, like Shell's dropped off, but once they get those Mustangs, a bit more up to pace, like next year, I think it's going to be a much better year.
Yeah.
You're not going to have Gizzy, so that's going to open things up a bit. So anything else to add on Quali?
Quali? No, not really.
So race 19, we had pretty much Gizzy just
ran away with it. He knows his wins are limited now, so wouldn't surprise me if you see him.
Going for it.
Yeah, I thought at the start of the year he wasn't really. I don't know if he knew at the start of the year that this could be my last year anyway, but he would have known.
I think everything was fine until they had that double disqualification.
Yeah,
I mean,
race one, round one. I think Gizzy's over a lot of the politics.
Yeah,
as well.
I don't blame him. Scott McLaughlin said the same thing. So it is a problem. The management in Supercars is it's not healthy, really.
No.
So we had Gizzy winning, Heimgartner second for Brad Jones, which was a great result for that team, and Di Pasquale getting up for the third place on the podium was great for Ford, and we did forget to talk about Mostert getting second on the Saturday night. Yeah, back to Sunday. Yeah, Di Pasquale getting up. So we've had two Fords on the podium, which is a big improvement, but it's not there yet. But it is an improvement, so it is heading in the right direction, I think. So
yeah, well, they said
it will get there.
They said he was overtaking all these Chevys, all these Camaros, but he was on younger tires. Yep. He was on younger tires than the others as well. So
yeah,
I know Feeney likes to chew his tires up, but yeah, as Van puts it, he likes to do burnouts.
Gizzy will tell you.
Yeah, he likes to do burnouts, but yeah, so
while he's racing.
Yeah, he needs to put his tyres on at the end of the race. The highlight of the race, fastest lap goes to Jack Smith. Oh, wow. You know what? He's going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chuck on his good set of tyres and I'm going out there. I'm just going to step fastest lap, He still come 24th or whatever it was, but he set fastest lap. So I don't know how many points he's got now in the championship.
Good on you, Jack.
Yeah, good on you, Jack. It's killing me.
I think Chap's off for a hospital stay.
I need a defibrillator.
One thing we forgot to mention was meeting Mike Stevenson from BJR, and lordy, look at my big nuts! Look at my big nuts!
Yeah, when we got there, he was squeezing them up, so it was good to see. Yeah, ooh-wee. Yeah, nice.
So he said one came off Macca's and one came off Jack Smith.
Right.
So I'm thinking this is the Jack Smith one.
He took a chunk out of it.
Yeah. This one looks all right, but I don't know.
You can have the good one.
I'm not real good with nuts. So,
yeah, right. I got one of the old ones.
Ooh, they smell nice.
Ooh, it's the grease. It's the graphite grease.
Yeah.
It's Mike's
they
grease
smell
nuts.
like a racetrack. Mike's grease. Hi, Mike.
He's nuts grease.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
I went in there on the Saturday and I said, I'm a little bit hungover. I had a few to drink on the Friday night. And he goes, that's all right. We're up till 12 having a few. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Right. All right.
And look how they did.
Yeah. in my preview, I said, BJR, they're going to win everything.
Yes.
Yeah, they went pretty good.
But it was great weekend meeting everyone there, and how I couldn't believe it. We got to meet Chaz and all that. So yeah, I was blown away. Dave Reynolds, all those guys. Yeah, Cam Waters, James Courtney, Thomas Randall, Declan Fraser,
Cooper
Jack
Barnes.
LeBrock,
Cooper Barnes.
Cooper Barnes,
Yeah.
Cooper Barnes,
Yeah.
and Marky Mark.
Yeah, that was good to actually
Hey,
get out the back and like actually watch. I'm usually off, doing stuff when the lower grades are on, but because that's all there was that day, I got to actually see him on track and in the pits, and I didn't have to be somewhere to watch the supercars. You know what I mean? So it was really, it was a really good day for me. I haven't experienced a day like that before, where I've been to the track and
I haven't either.
the V8s haven't even been on. The Sydney Supernight. That's all there was one night.
One night.
One night.
And an Arvo
that's why it was a
race.
super night. Yeah. So it was. Yeah. So it was. I think. Yeah, definitely need a Friday night and a Saturday night race.
Yeah.
Because the next round I think starts on the Thursday to the Sunday. So, but the Sydney
all
Super
there
Night
anyway.
is only
They're just waiting around.
Yeah, so they need to work on.
And they're there till Monday doing their track rides and stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was cool. Marky Mark from Not sure what the team is, but yeah, Marky Mark. I've sent him some stickers and a T-shirt.
Right.
So
Yeah, cool.
yeah, he hinted because he said to me the second day, "Did you bring any stickers?" I said, "I don't have any. I've ordered some, but." He goes, "Oh, well, send me some, and I'll put them on the car."
Yeah, cool.
So I've sent stickers, and he goes, "Oh, I wouldn't mind an XL shirt as well." All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, we really appreciate your support, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back for the next episode. I've been Dave, and he's been
Chap.
Fireman Chap.
Yes, Fireman Chap. Sorry about the coughing.
Fireman Chap and his black and white cat.
Yeah, no cat. We'll see you next time.